Meghan Markle is humiliated due to being roasted at the Golden Globes, where the Netflix CEO laughs his head off. Plus, we find out that the Suits cast don't even want her around. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we, because woo, has it been an epic 24 hours for our Megsy here. And so let's crack on with what was said about Megsy at the Golden Globes itself. So comedian Jo Koy, he was hosting it, and he said the following, quote, "It turns out Harry and Meghan Markle were still getting paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix." And so the crowd, full of industry insiders, Hollywood A-listers, they all laughed in response. Particularly, though, the CEO of Netflix, Ted Sarandos. And so, what was his reaction? This. I know, right? Oh my goodness. And I have to agree with Royally Sage at Sage 1411 when they turn around and say that Netflix deal is not looking so solid now. Oh no. This is the face of a CEO that knows Megsy and has the butt of all the jokes right now, and he may have made $100 million mistake when it comes to Hazza and Megsy for doing absolutely nothing. They've done absolutely nothing. It's insane. So yeah, I'm thinking the year of 2024 is where Hazza and Megsy are going to be losing their Netflix deal. Now, let's move on to the next part of this video, which is the Suits cast, because it's transpiring that maybe they don't want her around at all. Now, a couple of months ago, it was announced by series creator Aaron Koch that there was going to be a Suits offshoot for NBC Universal. And, you know, the Suits cast were invited to the Golden Globes, minus Megsy. And look out for my next video later on today because, whoo, do I have some tea about that. In the meantime, though, what did the Suits cast actually say about Megsy when they were questioned about her on the red carpet? Because inevitably that was going to happen, right? So we've got Gabriel Macht, who played the role of Harvey Specter, one of the leads on Suits, right? And so, speaking on the red carpet, the Mirror asked Gabriel how much money does he think it would take to bring Megsy back. So he responds by saying, "I think the question is, how much money would it take to bring me back?" Ooh, the shade! Because this is the thing, right? Gabriel's turning around and saying, as far as I'm concerned, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, never mind about Megsy. I don't care about Megsy. How much money is it going to take to get me back? I'm more important. I'm more awesome. And he is, because he was one of the lead actors in Suits. Megsy was just a bit part. She was a side piece. Quite literally, right? So there you go. If Suits returns and Megsy ain't a part of it, let me tell you something. Based on the opinion polls for Megsy right now being at an all-time low, I don't think there'll be riots about it. Let's put it that way. If she is excluded in any further Suits reboots, right? But oh my goodness, the shade does not stop there. So we've got as well Gina Torres on the red carpet. And she spoke to Mark Malkin there and was asked about Megsy. So Malkin says, you know, we have to talk about what's happening today. And then referring to the Suits reunion, he then says, you know, Suits reunion, everywhere I look, there's a star from Suits. Did you plan this? Are you all texting each other? Now, in response, she says, yep, they've been texting each other. Our text thread is insane right now. Now, you'd think, that Megxie would be involved in this whole text thread, right? I mean, she invited Gina Torres, Gabriel Macht, Patrick J. Adams, and a whole host of other Suits alumni to her wedding to Prince Hazard, right? So you'd think, because they were invited to the wedding, they'd be like this, right? No, not at all. So, in response to Malkin's question about who texted Megxie to invite her to the 2024 Golden Globes, Torres said, "We don't have a number, we just don't." Whoo! And no one has bothered on their side to reach out, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, to get a number either. Because let's put it this way. If they wanted Megxie's number to invite her to the Golden Globes, I'm sure there's a way to do this. I'm sure they could have gone to WME, right, who represent Megxie for now, and been like, do you know what? There's a Suits reunion. We'd like Megxie on board. Can she come? They could have gone that route. Quite clearly, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, they did not. And then Gina Torres pours even more shade onto this whole situation, saying, expressing her hope that the Duchess would find out about the reunion anyway, saying she'll see, she'll watch, she'll be happy that we're here. I think they're more happier that she ain't there, right? Right, guys? Now, would Megxie return for a Suits reboot? Because we do know, as far as I'm concerned, that Megxie is thirsty as hell at this point to go back to Suits. Why? Well, because of what she said, as far as I'm concerned, at the Variety Power of Women event that she attended a couple of months ago. She said at the time that she had no idea what caused the renewed interest in Suits on Netflix, but said it was great to work on, such a great cast and crew. We had a really fun time. I was on it for 7 seasons, so quite a bit, but it's hard to find a show you can binge watch that many episodes of these days. So that could have something to do with it, but good shows are everlasting. She spends a lot of time on a lot of words, right? Just on a general kind of analytical approach here, describing her time about Suits and being so complimentary that this is translating to, please invite me back for the reboot. Please invite me back for the reboot. Please invite me back for the reboot. She's totally thirsty for it, right, guys? However, Jean Klein, who is executive producer on Suits, is closing the door firmly on this situation, right? Saying that at the end of the day, when it comes to whether Megxie will come back or not, he simply replied, I would assume that's just not possible. Not, anything's possible. We're putting out feelers. No. It's just not possible. Assuming just not possible. More of a negative rather than a positive spin on the whole situation, right? So not only, just to recap here, is Hollywood making Megxie the butt of all the jokes and humiliating her that way, but you've got the Suits cast completely humiliating her, as far as I'm concerned, proving that they don't want her around. They don't like her anymore. And then you've got the executive producer of Suits himself turning around and being like, I just don't think that's possible for Megxie to come back. No, there's a chance. We'll see. We're putting feelers out. Nah, it's just not possible. Oh my goodness. The humiliation of Megxie continues, and stay tuned for my next video later on today because I've got some more Golden Globes tea for you guys to enjoy. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, like I just said, of course there's going to be more. Then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a Christopher Boozy meltdown on Twitter. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about what the cast of Suits has said, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters!